Australia's Olympic athletes and officials will be prioritised to get a vaccine ahead of the Tokyo Olympic Games. Let's go live now to Gabriella Power. And Gabriella, the boss of the AOC has defended the decision, saying he's not taking or not putting the burden on the health system to administer these vaccines to athletes.
That's right, Laura. Matt Carroll, the boss of the Australian Olympic Committee, says that these athletes and officials and their families will be breathing a sigh of relief today with that confirmation that they can get the COVID-19 vaccine if they choose to before heading off to Tokyo for the Olympic Games. Now, these athletes and officials will be placed into the Category 1B. This is alongside healthcare workers, Indigenous Australians who are over the age of 55 and elderly Australians. Those under the age of 50 will be receiving the Pfizer jab, and those over the age of 50 will be receiving the AstraZeneca vaccine. But not everyone is happy about this. In fact, these athletes have been accused of jumping the queue.
It's very, very important to be clear that it's the Australian Olympic Committee that's going to take responsibility for this. So no, the vaccine rollout that's being conducted out there in community, none of those resources will be being diverted to vaccinating our athletes, and nor should I add, I wouldn't like to see our quarantine effort diverted for our athletes either.
The government insists that this won't impact our rollout and it won't come at the cost of protecting our vulnerable Australians. But Matt Carroll, the boss of the Australian Olympic Committee, says that this needs to be done to keep our athletes safe.
We've got the Australian Olympic team representing the country at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. So they're travelling internationally. It's very important we look after their health and safety. The whole world is going into Tokyo, so that's important.
There were doubts if this event would go ahead at all as Tokyo battles another surge in coronavirus infections. Tokyo recorded 828 cases yesterday, so it is quite a serious situation there. But Japan is confident it will be holding the Olympic Games, even though it's been postponed for a year, and it's being referred to as the world's biggest reality show, as there won't be any spectators.
They really want to host the games because otherwise they just wouldn't be there. They want to do it for the athletes of the world so they can come and compete. They've been trying their hardest for the last 4 years, and the extra year, the 5th year. So that's important to them, and also for the world. I mean, it's an opportunity for the world to connect virtually.
Laura, it will be an Olympic Games like no other. Masks will be worn. Athletes will have to stay to the bubble in the Olympic Village. And right now, the AOC is in talks with the government about making special hotel quarantine arrangement for our athletes when they do return home, Laura.
Gabriella, thanks so much, and we'll get some clarity on that.